I saw some coverage about this over the course of the week, and I didn't cover it because it seems really unreliable. It's like a friend of a friend. I went to the same inpatient facility, but my friend was her roommate. So she had a lot to say that went into great detail about Eugenia's personality and resistance to treatment and things of that nature. So the truth might be somewhere in the middle. I don't know. But let's see what Jordy has to say about Eugenia's response to it.
Hey everyone, welcome back for another video. Today we are going to be taking a look at Eugenia's response to the email that alleged that she was pretty childish, acted like a brat, and everything of the sorts during her treatment about 5 years ago. Eugenia says that this email is utterly false and she finds it weird that people have the time to make these kinds of stories up about her.
I don't know. I mean, it's possible that these were eyewitness accounts and she just doesn't want to.
We're going to get it from her herself, but I am not going to be on webcam today, as you may have noticed. I don't have my webcam this week, so this is just going to be an audio-only video. I know, only audio. The horror. All right, let's get started.
Oh my gosh, Yara, I'm not even going to talk about that. All I'm going to say about that is that it's a little bit scary.
She's still twitching. Her arms are still twitching. Girl, gosh, you really need to be in an inpatient clinic.
To me that some people go and make up just like blatant lies and things that are absolutely not true. It really makes me just like wonder, like, who are these people? Why do they do this? Like, what benefit do they get out of this? And in a way it kind of makes me sad, because then it's like all these people come, they hate on me, and I know I'm not the only one that gets like fake stories made up about them. But it's just like really.
Well, if she's wondering about a motive, the person's motive allegedly was that they wanted to show the world the real Eugenia Cooney, and that her nice girl, high-pitched voice, fake act is all that, just an act. So that was the purpose, and that was the person's alleged purpose in writing that email.
Really crazy to me that people go to.
And that's not too surprising. I mean, we know that she's using a fake voice because in previous videos that she did from years ago, she had a more natural voice, and now she's trying to, sound more childlike. This is, part of the fetish culture. That's why she keeps trying to make herself look like a little girl.
Such like great extents to like try to like write this like entire story about things that are not true. And if some people want to believe that, like, I can't really help that, but it's 100% not. It's like it's just completely made up. So it's really, really weird to me. No.
I mean, of course she's going to deny it. What benefit would Eugenia get out of saying, no, that actually was all true? I did act like that. I did say those kinds of things. I was hooked up to a feeding tube because I refused to eat with all the other girls in the clinic. I don't see a benefit in really Eugenia admitting that it is true. So, I mean, I guess that this is one of those things where no one really wins, no one really loses, because we don't know if the email was fake, we don't know if it was real, and then regardless of whether or not it's real or not, Eugenia's always going to deny, deny, deny. That's always been her thing. So this does not surprise me in the slightest.
Well, and it probably would have been better for her to say, yes, the recovery was very difficult for me. I was agitated during the experience. And so I, wasn't relating very well to the people around me. That would have been a better response.
Yeah, I don't even know who that person is. I literally have no idea. And I also kind of wish that some of these people that do, like, thank you on Harley Quinn, I really appreciate it, thank you with the hearts. Like, I know that people will kind of, thank you, Evan, with the garland, thank you so much. We'll say, like, it's a legend and this and that, but it's like, kind of even putting that out there just kind of causes people to, assume it's real or go hate on me.
Well, I mean, people are going to put things out there, and only you and them know if it's true, if it's a matter of opinion, if the truth is somewhere in the middle. But to just say, I don't know what you're talking about. I was perfect in recovery. I had a great time. I was making all kinds of friends. What do you expect us to believe? What do you expect us to believe, Eugenia?
Or hate on anyone that somebody makes a rumor about that isn't true. And just like, to me, it's so crazy because I would never think to go do that, to go write this like anonymous email and make up a fake story about somebody. And yeah, it is all over the place, guys. Like, there's a lot of things there that, like, it's so far from the truth. And it's like...
Okay, so she's saying that the email was composed a little bit, quote, all over the place, kind of contradicted itself at times, maybe she's suggesting here. I mean, again, she's going to deny it, whether or not that thing was real or not. We'll never know.
I don't really want to go back there because it's so many years ago, and it's like, I just want to be positive and not have...
Okay.
Yeah, here we go with the positivity bullshit again. Eugenia, this is not a positive existence. Sitting in your bedroom all day live streaming. I mean, you're as bad as Foodie Beauty at this point. Like, get out and do things. Meet some people. Make some friends. The two of you are just as socially incompetent. So, is there stuff in that letter that is probably true? I would assume so. But that's just my humble opinion.
Now, here's the part where she kind of loses me. You can deny the email, that's fine. We don't have any proof that it's real. We don't have any proof that it's fake. Whatever. But to say that you don't want to go back there mentally, I mean, do you see how that looks to an outside point of view? You don't want to go back mentally to a place in your life where you healed. You got a little bit better. People were there for you in a professional sense. Now you just want to be, quote, positive. Now, that's contradictory to us, the audience, because you straying away from what went on 5 years ago is negative. So for you to say that you want to go in a positive direction away from thinking about how you were treated and what went on during treatment is positive, that doesn't make any sense. But as we all know, Eugenia doesn't believe that an inpatient facility of some sort would be good for her, that it's necessary, that she needs it. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Have to get involved with that.
Like, this toxic positivity that you keep doing, would you say, Eugenia, that it is positive to sit outside of the church while more than likely the service is going on? Because there's nobody else outside, right? And when church is over, when the service is over, everybody files outside and starts talking and greeting each other. Maybe there's a coffee service out there too. And you're sitting there alone doing a live stream. That doesn't register for me. As somebody who grew up in the church, that is not what church looked like to me ever.
But I can just tell you that if anyone, like, how do I say this? Like, if anyone actually knew me during that time, or like they could tell you that story is 100% made up. It's not real.
Well, there's a lot of people that knew you during that time, Eugenia. Should we ask them and see if they can vouch for what you're alleging right now? If you actually knew me during that time, they could tell you, or you could tell, that everything written in that email was fake. I mean, really, all they said in that email is that you acted like a brat. You were kind of acting cold shoulder towards some of the other people in the facility. I mean, so what was it? Were you all rainbows, sunshine, and smiles? Were you gregarious with the other people that you were in treatment with? So, I mean, for you to say it's the exact opposite or it's not true at all, I mean, that would basically say that you were a pleasure to have in class, so to speak. Is that true?
Yeah, that's, I mean, I think that the letter was very distasteful. It could have been written in such a way that it was less of a hit piece on her, but I don't think she can deny it. I imagine that she probably was resistant to treatment and wasn't interested in meeting people and was probably difficult.
I'm not afraid to say that because it's not the truth. There's absolutely no truth to that, and it's just a really crazy, weird story, and it's too bad that then some people, Rich, how are you? It's good to see you in here, Rich. I hope you're doing amazing. Thank you so much for the heart me, Rich. But yeah, it's just really strange. It's just kind of like, oh, CJ, thank you so much for the team bracelet, CJ. I really, really appreciate it. Caitlin, it's not about that. It's more just the fact, like, some of the things that they're claiming about me and things like that.
Okay, now's your opportunity to get specific, Eugenia. Instead of saying some of the things that they're alleging about me aren't true, I would like you to say what those things are. What exactly was said in that email that never happened?
Right.
But, I mean, you know, Eugenia's the queen of vagueness. The queen of being vague. So if she can sit there and say, oh, well, you know, none of that ever happened. I didn't act that way, blah, blah, blah. But without giving any examples, if she's ever called out on it in the future, she could say, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. All I said was that it didn't happen. All I said that it wasn't true. I didn't say that.
Are ways that I would never act. And then people are like, yeah, this should be like exposed about her or whatever. It's like, guys, I would never act that way. And it's just kind of like people get like this false perception of me.
You would never act what way? Because the way that you allegedly acted in that email, I've seen you talk to and treat other people along the same lines. So, I mean, I've seen you be pretty nasty and a little bit uppity, patronizing towards some of the people that you associate with online. So, to say that you would never act like that, I don't know if I buy it. Because I think you would act like that, Eugenia. Because I do think...
Oh, yeah. She's definitely acted like that towards people who come in her chat. She has acted like that towards people that she's battling. I think his name was Musa, and then pretty much anybody from the Middle East who wants to battle her. She comes across as very racist, and I mean, she's like, no, 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 no. There's no way I could be this person. Well, I mean, this is what you display on TikTok, so what do you want us to believe here?
I think that there is a part of Eugenia behind the scenes where this high-pitched voice and this whimsical demeanor go away, and there's someone beneath that. And we have seen Eugenia kind of expose a different side of herself at times when things aren't going her way, or if she thinks that she's going to get banned on TikTok, something's going to be taken from her. We have seen Eugenia act a lot differently. So to say that you're 100% all the time this sweet, whimsical, unassuming person, I don't believe that.
That, like, is definitely not at all real. And then it's too bad that, like, you know, it's not true, Brittany. You can believe whatever you want. I think it's really too bad that, like, some people feel the need, I guess, to go make up, like, some crazy email with, like, some crazy story. And
Did you meet anybody that you connected with while you were in recovery, Eugenia? Did you make any friends? Did you exchange phone numbers with anybody? Because I think that's what they're talking about, is that you were completely aloof, right?
I wish people wouldn't do that, because in turn it kind of does just get people to, like, believe things about me that aren't real, that I'm somebody that I'm not. But it just comes down to, like, false information, and yeah, there's not really much else to say about it. It just kind of makes me feel bad that, like, then some people think that's the type of person I
Well, how I always go off of life is show, don't tell. You can sit on that pink couch all day and all night and tell me who you are. But there are things that you have done in the past, Eugenia, who have shown me who you are. So if you would like to show the internet who you are, then there's a good way to do it, and you can win back people's trust. But it's not going to happen overnight. So until, some changes are implemented, your rhetoric changes, your demeanor changes, and I stop seeing certain things that I deem not okay, then I'm still going to have the same opinion. So sit there and say, I'm not this person, but until you show me that, my opinion isn't going to sway. All right, y'all, that's going to be it for today's video. Bit of a
Well, thank you, Jordy, for capturing this content. And I'll be sure and put the link to this video in the description. Make sure you go to Oh Lordy, It's Jordy's channel and subscribe to his channel as well. And if you haven't subscribed to mine, please subscribe to my channel and like my video. Yeah, I don't believe it. I think, the email was jarring, but at the same time, I don't think it was totally false. I have a hard time believing that she was pleasant in recovery. I have a hard time believing that she was cooperative in recovery. But that's just my humble opinion. All right. There you go. I know I didn't do any Chantel today because her shit was really boring, you guys. So I skipped it.